This is Fred Wahl, the Visa Coach, and today's topic is, what are the 6 steps it takes to go from fiancé visa all the way through to US citizenship?
Visa Coach. Fast, easy, and personal.
I am Fred Wahl, the Visa Coach, and I am known for the personal, one-on-one relationship that we share. That's you, me, and your partner as we work together as a team to overcome the many challenges of immigration. Don't risk your happiness. Don't go this course alone. Alone, it's far too easy to make mistakes that cause tears, delays, and expensive denials. Pick up the phone and speak with me directly so that you and I can get to know each other. And this is the free case assessment I talk about later. Now, if we are compatible, that's the beginning of our beautiful relationship to get you the immigration approvals you need. Now, this is what 2 of my clients, Sherwin and Harshani, had to say. Harshani comes from Sri Lanka, and I helped her get her spouse visa and permanent green card. Hi, Fred. How are you doing? I just wanted to let you know that my citizenship ceremony is tomorrow. Congratulations. Me and Sherwin are very thankful for everything you have done for us to get my visa, to come to America, and all the support you and your team gave us. You're quite welcome. Also want to tell you that we moved from Texas to Los Angeles about 2 months ago, so if we get a chance, we are thinking to come and meet you in person. I'd like that. Okay. Thanks again. Now, let's talk about the steps you follow to go from fiancé visa through to US citizenship. I speak to a lot of callers who think that, once their fiancé arrives in the USA and they get married, that the fiancé automatically becomes a US citizen. Well, sorry, that is not true. So here, I will try to clarify the steps, starting from long-distance romance through to naturalization, when your fiancé can finally become a US citizen. Now, step number 1, you find him or her, okay? The process starts with you falling in love with someone who was born and lives outside the USA. And while it's pretty easy to meet someone using the internet, and it is pretty easy, again, for a US citizen to travel wherever he likes in the world, it turns out it's not so easy to bring your new love to live with you permanently in the USA. So that requires the next step. Step 2, K1 Fiance visa. So you've fallen in love and you have proposed marriage and you want to live together forever and ever. Well, fortunately, the US government understands, in this rare case, your situation, and they have already invented a visa called a fiancé visa, K1 Fiance visa, that you may apply for. Now, the fiancé visa allows your foreign-born fiancé to enter the USA and to spend, 90 days checking out the situation. It allows the opportunity to, meet your family, see where you live, and decide whether to get married and finally live with you in the USA or, to go back overseas. Even though you are in love and you are a US citizen, bringing your love to here to the USA is not automatic and needs a carefully crafted application. This is where VisaCoach comes in. You must convince the US government that your relationship is what's called bona fide, that it is genuine and that there is no plan to gain entrance to the USA for the wrong reasons, like fraud. While you are undoubtedly honest, many bad apples have come before you, now making U.S. immigration suspicious of all applications. This is because, gold diggers, gigolos, con men, even terrorists have attempted to sneak into the USA using the fiancé visa. Now, what VisaCoach does is help you prove your case so that the consular officer, has no doubt that he should approve the visa, and he does. On average, the process to get a fiancé visa takes roughly, 6 months from the time we submit the petition to Homeland Security here in the USA to the time your fiance gets the visa into his or her passport. Step number 3, best part, the wedding. After your fiance arrives in the USA, well, you have 90 days in which to make a final decision and get married. Your fiance is not required to marry and can certainly return to home country. But most do go to the altar within 90 days. And the 90th day is a critical date because if the marriage occurs by then, your fiance, well, is basically at the head of the line to apply for adjustment of status to remain in the USA. But if not married within the 90 days, they should leave. Step number 4, adjustment of status. And this is to get a conditional green card. Marrying within the 90 days, your fiancé still cannot stay in the USA because her visa has expired after the 90 days and she should leave. Well, she should leave unless you both apply to US immigration to allow her to remain. Okay? And this is called adjustment of status. You are applying to adjust his or her status from that of a temporary, 90-day visitor to a person who is granted permission to remain permanently in the USA. Now, when permanent residency is approved, your fiancé, who is, now your spouse, is given a document called that famous green card. And basically, it's a driver's license-sized ID that all lawful permanent residents, must carry that proves they have permission to live in the USA. Now, step 5, removal of conditions. But you see, U.S. immigration is still not done with your case. It's still not over. Immigration was still not completely confident about your bona fides and decided to apply the test of time to require you to return to them in 2 years to demonstrate you are still a real couple. The initial green card that was granted was conditional. That means it was only valid for 2 years. And at the end of the 2 years, you must return to immigration again, this time to upgrade the permanent residency to one without conditions, or, perhaps leave the country. And the one without conditions is called the so-called 10-year green card, because every 10 years you need to renew it. Okay. Step number 6, the final one, US citizenship. 2 years and 9 months after the starting date of your spouse's initial permanent residency, that's on her green card, your spouse is eligible to apply for US citizenship. The process to become a US citizen includes, another petition, come to VisaCoach, to USCIS, where your spouse demonstrates her or his eligibility to become a citizen, followed by an interview with a USCIS officer to test English ability and US civics knowledge. Naturalization to become a US citizen is, the final immigration step. And once your spouse becomes a citizen, your dealings with US immigration are, finally over. Unless, of course, your spouse decides to sponsor her family, brother, sister, parents, to come to the USA. This was Fred Wahl, the Visa Coach. Now, please like or add your comments to this video, and then go to VisaCoach.com and sign up for the VisaCoach monthly newsletter. Each month, it is full of tips and advice on immigration, and it's free of charge. Finally, when you are ready to get started, call me for your free case assessment and speak with me directly.
Before starting your immigration adventure, before entering an arcane maze of rules, regulations, and procedures, before committing yourself to a risky path that could mean an end to your happiness, speak with the Visa Coach and ask for his free consultation. He listens to you to learn the red flags and strengths of your case, your eligibility and goals. He will suggest which visa is right for you, the best strategy to get it, and how soon your love can join you. The friendly advice and wisdom he'll freely share with you might make the difference between approval and denial, and could save you months or years of loneliness and separation. What have you got to lose? Book your free consultation today.